My name is Matthew.
I'm Ryan.
I'm Matt.
My name's Steven. I play guitar and I sing in Children Having Children.
I met Steven through a Craigslist jam. Pretty sure he was actually playing bass at the time. That group wasn't for me, and I don't think it was for Steven either. The kind of music I'm glad people are making, just I'm not the one who should be making it. And after that session, I got an email from Steven basically saying the same thing. He thinks that the two of us could do something a little different together that would maybe be more in our wheelhouse.
Even though I had been out of practice for many years and I hadn't really played in a band since, I guess, high school, through the recommendation of our close friend, he knew that I could at least try. Yeah, met Steven a couple times and we just hit it off, and he asked me to have lunch with him one day and asked me if I wanted to play in the band, and I guess the rest is history, that's what they say.
Adorable. Started rehearsing in October of 2016 after Matt and I did the EP, and then played our first show in April, and it felt really good to be out in front of people.
I haven't played it live for probably about 3-4 years at that point, and again, the projects I've been playing with were different, so this was a lot more professional, and I want to just say well-rehearsed and just more complete. I do have a day job right now, so
He's
yeah,
the
definitely.
guy who wears the sign on the corner.
Yeah.
Points you to
It's actually a mattress.
$1 pizza.
We sell mattresses.
Oh. And pizza.
Well, it's pizza and mattresses.
It's a new concept.
It's
The
a startup.
improv is going really well.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like when we play music.
This is what a really good date feels like.
Oh,
So,
okay.
in case you don't know, you want to know. That's how it goes.
If
But
they
yeah.
were at a table, we'd be touching each other under it. But we went into the studio. We worked at Mission Sound in Brooklyn after months and months of just getting to play together, to feel each other out as musicians, and really arranging the drums on these songs to our liking. And we worked with an engineer, Bob Mallory, who I've worked with before, so I knew we were in good hands, and I really just concentrated on the drum arrangements. Yeah, this guy knocked it out.
Yeah, it was fun. We spent a lot of time preparing, so it was pretty easy when we got in there. Just kind of got right to work.
I certainly have learned over the years to kind of how helpful it is to take the ego out of it, which is not something that was always easy for me. But working with Matthew, I can't think of a single time where I felt that ego was getting in the way of the music. And it's encouraged me to stay on that path. And it's always just whatever's working best for us for the song is usually where we end up without anyone's feelings being hurt.
After all this wasted rain, it's got a flicker of the sun. It scared me, we rarely get to end what we've begun. Torments of my faith are gone for good.
talk a little bit about, I mean, you guys came into the project after it already had a name. Do you want to talk a little bit about Children Having Children? How you, did you have any feelings about the name?
It sort of sticks in your head. I'll tell people, I'm playing in this band, and I'll talk about the band and whatever, and it won't really stick with them. And then when I say the name Children Having Children, it gives them something to grab onto, and it's just weird enough without being too far that it sort of gets people thinking, like, what is all that about? None of us are really grown, we're all going to be children forever. So whenever we end up having our own, we're just going to be children having children.
Yeah, the mindless progression of humanity is just one child after another. What does it mean to continue the human race?
No one knows what they're doing
No,
at the end of the day.
no. At the end of the day,
We're all
it's a
just
shit show. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool, that's really uplifting.
That's what we're here
It's a
for.
good message.
The band has always kind of been a rotating cast of characters up to this point, and a lot of more of a bedroom project where we'd record, and then that was it. My main thing has always been about writing, so at some point after going through a few bandmates in high school and college, I sort of decided I'm keeping the name, and this will just be my thing, and my catalog of songs. But starting with Matt, that kind of changed, at least for Children Having Children. But I was playing in a couple other projects. Just before that, I was playing bass, which is a really good experience for me to not be the one writing songs. I just wanted a break from trying to rally the troops and just show up and play. And that was a good learning experience for me to get an idea how it feels like what it feels like to be on the other side of the microphone that I'm usually on.
A fun challenge with that, for me at least, is trying to take Steven's ridiculous multi-track parts and break them down into things that can happen in real time with real people. And it's not atypical for a song of his to have 6 guitars going at once and 15 keyboard parts. For some songs, I'll have the right hand will be a piano, and then higher up will be a synth, and then right here is going to be a French horn, and then lower down here is sound effects. And then for different parts of a verse, I might be playing different parts of that. And then when the chorus comes around, I hit a button and the whole layout changes. And it's a whole different palette of sounds. So you can really get some complicated things happening. And that allows me to have a lot more going on than I think I could if it wasn't such a dynamic setup.
It seems like everyone in the band had taken some sort of break from music before coming together for this iteration of Children Having Children. How do you think that impacts the music and the cohesion?
I knew from the moment that I met Matt, Matthew, and Ryan that there was something about them that I wanted to work with, and I knew we could make the music work, and that's exactly how it's panned out, and it's exceeded my expectations to the nth degree.
My blood runs red, but I cannot obey. Red and motor red. They build me up, they build me up, they give me strength. The Sphinx contends you've always been a pretty tall glass of water. You rose like brookside of daughter. You played to my strengths, to my strengths, to my strengths. I haven't seen these oceans and never known these little oyster world of mine sinks into the turpentine to withhold its birth divine.
Who writes the music?
Up to this point, I've written, I'd say 99% of it, and now we're at a point where we're trying co-writes for the first time, which is really exciting. And upcoming releases will definitely feature some of those co-writes, including one that we're working on that we wrote the first time we played together, I think, we started writing. And that was actually definitely a moment where I realized that we had something that had some longevity to it, working together. Where just like our first improvisational moment was good.
I think that this is very much genre blending. There's like a little bit of everything. Like there are progressive elements, there are like straight rock elements, you know, it's alternative, it's all that stuff. So it's definitely a lot of things that I like put together, which is perfect. And I get to really like paint with all the colors of the palette, basically, to be a little cliche.
Genre is not a big thing to me, but I do like having reference points, and Matt's got a lot of reference points where I can just ask for something that doesn't seem like it would fit at all, and 9 times out of 10 it won't fit in the song, but every now and then when something that shouldn't fit does fit, that's the most satisfying thing for me when we're making music together.
We were trying to find the part, and Steven was like just reaching at straws, like trying to see what would sound cool, and he was like, give me, if Stuart Copeland played this part, what would he play? So I like did my impersonation. I don't think we ended up using it, but it was like a cool little thing, and maybe sometimes it'll lead to a beat and then we'll tweak it a little more, and then it'll not really be like that person's beat or that vibe. It'll be like something new that we could only have come up with if we had gone to that point first, you know. So
Even from that first session I did with Matthew, we've got some for upcoming releases. So we want to do a string of 3 EPs that are kind of tied together conceptually, and all coming out in 2018.
What we've been doing so far is just developing the back catalog and reorganizing it and restructuring it for a live environment. And I've been pretty involved with that with Steven. You know, the two of us will get together at my place a lot and go through and tweak sounds and figure out, okay, what parts can we manage to have all happen? What from the record are we able to recreate live? I guess rearranging the songs in ways that you can perform. But then in addition to that, now that we've sort of started to catch up on the back catalog, and now we're working and writing again. Taking the lessons that I've learned from reorchestrating his songs and taking those concepts and applying them towards the thing for writing is leading us to some pretty cool places.
So far, the songwriting process has been pretty organic. I mean, we kind of started on some new tracks that totally came organically just from either a riff or playing around, and in between songs when we're during practice, fiddling around on the bass, and you know, it's been a cool process, and I look forward to doing it a lot more and seeing how we can take what we've written in the practice space and bring that to the studio.
Whenever the thunder gets closer, moves in, draws on, and this turns over, racing for the bar. The same heart's out to dry again and again, to take the beating while you fend for something obsolete. Well, you best keep reaching to render something incomplete. Tangle ties of you reveal what I deny till I'm blue. In the face, in the nude, I'll waste my mistakes on you like a calm upon a storm. The clouds have shaded our blinding ambitions. It never hurts to know you're listening. I am the candle to your chandelier, soul admission. It's dark enough to disappear. The tangled ties of you, I need you in the strangest ways till I arrive renewed. I no longer care if it's true. I need you in the strangest ways. My escape on you. I'll wait my escape on you like a calm upon a storm.